Check this out. The four major brass instruments are the trumpet, the French horn, the trombone, and the tuba. Dig that shine. With these brass babies, you can really play some tunes. And the best thing about it is anyone can learn to play one. Horn doesn't actually make the sound. You do, by pursing your lips together like this and buzzing while blowing. You try it. You try to buzz. Go ahead. It's fun. Try it. Now that you know how to buzz, add a mouthpiece. The mouthpiece sends a sound into the tube. The fancy word for all of this is embouchure. Most horns have 3 valves. By pressing down the valves, it changes the lengths of the tube, and that changes the pitch of the sound.
The French horn has a soft, mellow sound, very expressive and quite romantic. Many say its rich golden tones sound almost far away, broad and smooth and yet...
Hey, did you know these horns were originally used for hunting?
Yes, I did.
And did you know that you play the French horn with one hand in the bell?
Well, of course I knew.
It's the most difficult horn to play. And it's also...
the only horn played with the left hand.
Jeez, how'd you get so smart?
PJ, you wouldn't happen to know what the oldest brass instrument is, would you?
Oh, I know.
Okay, go ahead.
The trombone, of course. Some say it dates back 700 years. It uses a slide to change notes, but some trombones do have valves.
When the slide is in, that makes the trombone's tubing shorter and makes the pitch higher. When you push the slide out, it makes the trombone's tubing longer, and that makes the pitch lower. Trombones are way popular in jazz and Dixieland music.
I'll bet you can't name 3 famous trombone players.
J.J. Johnson, Herbie Green, and Tommy Dorsey.
Show off.
About it.
The tuba is so big, it has to sit in your lap. It makes the great oom-pa-pa sound. Anybody have any idea how many feet of brass tubing there is in the tuba?
16. And did you know that a tuba can have from 3 to 6 valves?
And did you know that the mouthpiece is so large it covers practically your whole mouth?
Well, did you know that Pete Biggs, Stan Kenton, and Howard Johnson are just a few of the famous tuba players?
Well, did you know that Bugs Bunny had a nephew named Clyde?
What does that have to do with the...
The trumpet is not only the smallest brass instrument, it can also blow the highest and the loudest notes.
Buddy Bolden, King Oliver, Dizzy Gillespie, and Miles Davis are just a few of the pioneers and premier trumpeters of this century.
Don't forget the father of American jazz, Mr. Louis Armstrong. Not to mention the great players of today like Maynard Ferguson, Doc Severinsen, and Wynton Marsalis. And speaking of jazz...
You simply cannot discuss the brass without mentioning jazz. This style of music is truly an American art form. Gaining popularity in the 1920s and 30s, it changed the way we hear brass instruments forever.